What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to do Frank Frazetta's Dawn Attack, issue number 3 by Opus Comics, with a cool Frank Frazetta cover. Well, it's Frank Frazetta. What can I say? He's the best. He was the best. Still the best. Made by Jody Houser, Diego Yapur, and Carlos D.C. Alonso, Juan Samu, Felipe Cebrero, Jacob Bascal, and other guys, right? So, flashback time and another artist. So this is on a planet in the settlement. So Dawn comes in and he says, "May I speak with you, Father? I beg of you to reconsider this journey. I already have, and all of the other times you've asked. Nothing about our situation has changed. Our people need you. They can't do this without you. They'll have you. It'll be only for a month, perhaps 2. As soon as I find allies we need, I return." So he says that he returned with armies from the stars, and they're gonna vanquish their enemies, etc. Retribution for everything they did to our people, right? So in the last issue, Dawn found her father with a group of aliens, that are living on here. It is an alien planet. These are the inhabitants, and he offers her some food, but she's just ignoring him, right? And then she's, sharpening her steel. And he says, "I know you're angry with me." He said, "Please just talk to me. Just say what you will." And she says, "You abandoned us, abandoned me. You promised you'll be back." "I know, but you have to believe me. I did try." So, more flashback time for another artist. I don't mind, but, So he went from planet to planet, but it seems that, some of them have their own war, others were evolved beyond their comprehension. And then he was caught in a storm, and he crash landed on his moon, and he's being rescued by these alien people with hanging tits. Right, moving on. So, and he says that without them he would have been, dead. So Dawn says, "Some of our people thought you had, because nothing short of death would have kept you from returning. But here you are, alive and well, and enjoying a quiet life here while your people suffered back home." So then he says something like, "Well, I thought our people would be better off without me." He says, "What?" the pathetic excuse. So he says, "If I return with nothing, with no aid from our people, what would be the point of that? Really, dude? It would be just another mouth to feed, another body to strain the limited sources." Now, okay, I get that, right? But, so you just, I couldn't find it, so I give up. That's it. And she's crying, and she says, "If our people were still alive after my absence, it would be because of you. I had faith that you could be a better leader than I am." So wait a minute. So you crash landed here, and maybe he has no means to get back, but he didn't probably even try. And then, wait a minute, I'm a burden to my people, right? But then without you bringing those warriors from the stars back to your planet, your people suffer the whole time, and probably without it could be, I don't know, destroyed, annihilated, enslaved, right? So this is all a mumbo jumbo. You could have done something, but he says, I thought that perhaps crashing here, being stranded here, was a blessing for everyone. Well, it didn't, dude. More like a curse," he says. "If you hadn't noticed, now I'm stranded here too. So who will help our people now?" Well, she's got a good point, right? Meanwhile, I forgot her name. She's a side character, friend of Dawn, and she's looking for relics. So she's doing some distraction here, using relics from the past that are, technology. Their technology is way more advanced than what they have now, and she is looking for, to bring it home. Not sure how. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on. I mean, how would you pull that from this cave by your own while you're surrounded by, I don't know, caveman? And she says, so she zaps them. "And that, my friends, is what I call a nap attack. Don't mind me. not bad, JC. Oh, that's her name. Of course, it helps that the ancestors made such clever toys. And that these fools are as stupid as they are being ugly. Right. Well, they got to teach you a lesson. Lesson. JC. Right. So, going back. So this is a waste of page, in my opinion. So it seems that the aliens have some talk with each other, and this is the leader or something. He's just standing there. And then he grabs her hand. That's the whole page. Right, moving on. And then she is being escorted to this tent. And said, this is for me. And it seems that, now he lied a little bit, and that he is, you're the leader of my people, my only family, that you fought your way to find me. Well, is that so? She took a plane and she crash landed here. It's not really, well, I don't know. And then, but then the dialogue is a little bit weird. I thought my coming here was a mistake, she says, right? And then he says something like, please understand, my Dawn, it means this and every other world to be able to see you again. What do you mean? What do you mean this world and other world? Why? Why is she important? How? You didn't know that she was here, and now it's important that everyone is able to see her. What do you mean with that? But you don't deserve to be trapped here, and you do. So they are, they are going back and forth. It doesn't really move on with the story. And then he says nothing, and he wants to close the conversation. And he says, she wants to say, hey, Father, take your rest. And then she does that without, being annoyed. He says, well, at least it's comfortable. And she's sleeping. But then they are getting attacked by someone. And meanwhile, we go back to JC, or whatever her name is. She's using some traps to delay the inevitable. Well, inevitable as in, caveman tried to eat her face or something. So she's hiding. And I must say, I believe JC is more the interesting character. She shows heart. She shows determination. Also that she is scared right here. And because they are sniffing her and finding out where she is. And she's afraid to die. But she does a lot of effort to bring, to get the technology that could help her people. So in my opinion, she is way more interesting than Dawn. Now, don't get me wrong, Dawn is probably a cool girl. But, yeah, I'm rooting for JC here. So, but then she's being rescued by, I forgot this name guy too, but, he kills everyone. A friend, I guess, But then she says, gosh, you are so much better than pocket gadgets. JC, I'll ask you a question, because he asked her, hey, what are you doing down here? She said, you're not a child anymore. You don't get to make reckless choices like this and then play innocent. Dude, how do you know that she was here, right? It's not that you have a tracker or something. How? Got no explanation. Okay, moving on. So, so this guy's called Ferris, and he says, hey, if I wouldn't be there, you'd be, I don't know, another skeleton decorating this cave. Someone must find a way to save us. You wouldn't try. You didn't even want to look. And he says, well, let's discuss this somewhere safe. Wait, I mean, we're already down here, yes? We shouldn't waste this chance. And he looks like, okay. Idiot. So going back to the other planet, and Dawn says, hey, who's attacking? An enemy village attacking the night in the night like cowards. They attempted to take this territory before, thinking these people easy prey. They didn't know I had spent my time here training the people in the ways of weapons. What's with that face? I mean, look at it. Makes no sense. All right. So, okay. So they are rallying, I believe, and then the enemies are, shooting arrows. Okay. So they are going to attack, right? Okay, cool. Dawn attack, actually looks cool. The art looks cool. What I don't get is, okay, she's just jumping in and says, or he says we could take them together, and then flashback time, because daddy is, it's daddy, right? And, but doesn't really make sense in the context of this whole scene, right? I mean, why would you have a flashback about, you know, these two are being bonded, you know, being father and daughter? There's no indication, there's no conversation about that, there's no, I don't know, feelings involved. Just, hey, let's put some random stuff because family, right? Doesn't make sense, in my opinion. This doesn't belong here. Just give me more action. Don't, why? Okay. And so Don says this leader guy of these, I don't know, raptor people, Jesus Raptor. And then this is happening because her dad is now being arrowed in the chest. To be continued. I like this cliffhanger because I said, hey, finally, right? Instead of all useless talking and or doing nothing, we're going to see what's happened next. I'm not sure if it's going to survive this, but that makes it interesting. I have trouble connecting with this comic so far. I really want to because there's some cool elements. I like retro science fiction. I'm a big fan of that. But somehow, I don't know, man. It seems that writers can't do it somehow, right? Maybe they try. I mean, but some of them try. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like retro science fiction. But, you know, maybe I will be surprised. Probably not. Anyway, yeah. Donna Tech has daddy issues. And that's going to be a great title for my comic. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that jazz.